Pete, what emotions are working overtime inside your head right now?
Fear was majorly involved, and of course joy triumphing over all of that. So it's just a mess in there.
Oh, I love it. Is it true that your own daughter was inspiration for the character of Riley?
Yes, she was.
Out?
She was about 11 when we started, and she was a lot like the character in the film who goes through a big change, as we all do. Growing up is very difficult, and that was the start of the film.
Fantastic. Could you make a film about the inside the head of a 15-year-old boy? As I have a son at the moment, and I can't understand
that would be a horror
what's
film,
going
I
on.
suspect.
But you are an animation king, really. You are such a hero to have played a role in, obviously, Toy Story and WALL-E and Up. It's such beautiful stories. I was interested to know, have you kept all your books that you used to draw in when you were a child?
Well, my mother certainly did. Yeah, she has a closet full of sketchbooks and mostly flip books. I remember making a lot of those, on little pieces of paper you staple together, and it looks like it's alive, it's moving. It's fascinating.
They'll be in a museum one day, do you think? I
think my kids are stuck with them now.
How wonderful is it to create animation films that adults and children enjoy alike?
Well, it's really what I love and I'm privileged to do. I work at a place, Pixar Animation Studios, that allows us to make films that are meaningful to us. And of course, we know children are going to watch them, but primarily we're trying to make something that is emotional and effective to us as filmmakers. We look at our films as, yes, they're animated, but they're responsible to the audience in any way that a live action film is, that it has to entertain and hopefully make people laugh and cry. Also
casting the voices. I mean, that's such a key point. Is it quite a tricky process? Do you try people out and think, oh no, it's not quite right, because I guess it's got to be perfect?
In some cases, we're able to try people out. In most cases, we just kind of have to take a leap of faith. And you're right, it's like 90% of the job. If I get the right person, as we did on this film, we just had an amazing cast, then I can kind of sit back and watch the sparks fly. I mean, I have to set them, the actors have a really tough job. They stand in this gray room with nothing has been done yet. I mean, we've drawn some things, but nothing has been created on the screen. So I kind of describe to them where they are, who they're talking to, how big the room is, and they have to create all that in their heads. And we had an amazing Amy Poehler, Phyllis Smith. They were just great together. So.
Fantastic. What can you tell us about Toy Story 4?
Not much, unfortunately, other than it's going to be great. John Lasseter is directing, and actually one of the co-director, Josh Cooley, is in the audience here at the BAFTAs this evening, because he was a writer and fellow nominee for screenplay this evening.
Of course, I know. How fantastic. Well, you're a wonderful man. Keep making beautiful movies for all of us.
Thank you.
Breaking our hearts and making us cry and making us laugh with our children. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure to do that.
Yeah, it was an accidental film. I was trying to make other films, and in the meantime, I have all these situations of frustration. I was in a line waiting for something, or I was having a